Hello, Meadows family and friends. It's Pastor Andrew, and I want to welcome you to our new Alongsider video series here at Meadows Christian Fellowship. This video series is a way to start fresh through the Alongsider material again. And I was aware that going through a workbook study like this is always a challenge, but then when you put a pandemic on top of that, it made it even worse. And so as we've gone through the study over the past several months, not only has there been a sense of another workbook study, which is totally understandable, but with the pandemic, it's just been hard to get together to encourage each other's progress and to discuss this material. So we could just move on and congratulate those who finished the book and chalk it up to just another workbook study. But I don't want to do that. I believe that keeping this material in front of us for just a little bit longer will be really good for us. I think it's really important that a few more of us think about and grow in the ways of the Alongsider. I think it's really important that a few more of us think about and grow in the ways of the Alongsider. This study by Bill Mowry, while it's not a silver bullet in any way, it's some of the most practical and implementable material that I've come across. If you didn't get started in the book, or maybe you got started and stopped somewhere in the middle, I just hope that this video series will be a helpful way to kind of start fresh and just be exposed to the material, be challenged by the material. And if you're one of those who finished the book, congratulations and thank you. But even for you, I think this will be profitable just to be reminded of some key points, at least key points from my perspective. If you did finish the book, I would appreciate your perspective. I'll be reaching out to some of you just to see if you'd be willing to share your perspective via video with the rest of us. And if you can't wait for me to connect with you, by all means, leave a comment on this video or shoot me an email and just let me know what chapter or aspect of a chapter you'd like to be a part of. I also hope that this video series will be a kind of discussion forum, especially within our church's Faith Life group. I'll be checking through the comments on these videos at least once a week. If you want to leave a comment or ask a question or even just share your perspective, feel free to do that. And I'll interact with those comments as often as I can. My plan for these videos is to each week present one aspect of a chapter and pose one question that could be a conversation starter as we're able to get together or over the phone or just even as we interact online. I won't always reference the VIM concept, the vision, intentionality, and means, or specifically encourage you to identify an action step, though both of those are great ways to grow. I do hope that the questions that we pose here will be helpful in your life and useful as you interact with others. I may not always reference Bill Mowry's triangle model of R2D3A, but I hope that you keep relationship, that's the R, and discovery and discussion, those are the two Ds, and application, accountability, and affirmation, the three A's, in mind. It's a simple yet powerful model for helping each other and others follow Jesus. Being an Alongsider happens in relationship as we get into the Word together and as we help each other live that out. Given that we'll only take one aspect of a chapter each week, this video series will stretch beyond the 10 weeks of the workbook. I think that's okay because, as the book says, alongsiding happens in the middle of life. I hope that these bite-sized pieces will help you internalize the material and then to live it out in your everyday life. I pray that God will use these videos to help us, myself included, become more passionate and effective alongsiders as we follow Christ and live into his commission to go and make disciples. We'll get started in chapter 1 in the next video. I hope you'll check it out.